What up, y'all? It's DJ Envy. Now, basketball season is here, and you know I'm a New York fan, all right? And I'm so excited for everything that's happened in New York. So why not, when this basketball season starts, why not have a little fun with it, all right? Today's video sponsor is DraftKings Sportsbook, and they're dishing out an awesome offer for all their new customers. All new customers need to do is sign up using promo code TBC, that's the Breakfast Club, TBC. Bet $5 on any pregame moneyline wager and receive an additional $200 in free bets if your bet cashes. That's right, new customers who bet at least $5 on any team to win straight up will get an additional $200 in free bets if their bet hits. Plus, with same game parlays, you can combine multiple bets from the same game to give yourself a shot at even bigger winnings all season long. For those in a state where sports betting is not yet available, don't forget about DraftKings Daily Fantasy, where they have been innovating even more ways to win some cash this basketball season. Now don't forget that football season is full swing as well, and DraftKings has tons of ways for you to get in on the action. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app right now. New customers use promo code TBC and receive $200 in free bets if their pregame moneyline bet hits after placing a $5 wager. That's promo code TBC only at DraftKings Sportsbook.
Wake that ass up.
Early in the morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ MV, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the guy. We are the Breakfast Club. We got a special guest in the building.
Hey,
50, what up?
boy, 50. I'm back out. I'm back in the Breakfast Club. Right and early.
What part of the world you in right now, Fifth? Because I know it's not America.
Yeah, I'm in Prague.
Ooh, okay.
Okay.
Czech Republic.
I don't even want you to see me in America no more, Charlamagne. I want you to see me when I'm outside of the country because they treat me so much better. But you got to see me out there. I did the O2 Arena last night, sold out, and then again tonight I'll do it again.
Wow.
And in the midst of all that, a whole bunch of work going on here.
Absolutely. You know, this is like my day job. You know, and the other stuff was, you know, really I'm a full-time producer. You know, so I got the, what's the name coming, actually tomorrow, the Flores Twins podcast is Surviving El Chapo.
Yeah.
This is the first time
Yeah,
they've spoken about this, right?
First time they spoke. And then they like, I came across them, the ill thing is I came across them in 2004 at the height of Get Rich or Die Trying. One of the dudes in Buck's entourage decided to leave the hotel and go to Greene Projects because he wanted to party. And
What?
Yeah. He had the spinner, the G on the spinner piece, they robbed him for the piece. So after he got robbed for that, the Twins, they got it to the Twins because that's who would have the money to buy that. And then Jay Flores, he got the piece back to me because just to create the relationship, he brought the piece back. You know?
He stole it from Buck's boy.
Yeah. And then
And what?
after then it got back to me through Gabi. Gabi he's working at RCA at the time under Steve Rifkin, and he had a relationship with them, and then that's how he got the piece back to me.
I wonder with a project like that, what makes you say, you know what, I'm going to take it to a podcast as opposed to developing it as a show or film?
No, it's developing as it's the new Narcos.
Okay.
What I do, Charlamagne, is I make it a podcast so they can hear it, because you don't do anything destroying the story by informing the audience. Like how many great feature films were books that you read before you got a chance to see the film?
Absolutely.
So we make the podcast. I got the docu-series coming, and then the actual scripted series is on the way. Follow.
Why not? And it's like you making so much money off one piece of content.
Yeah. And then when you can get it in the early stages, when they have never said anything, like you technically is El Chapo is the biggest drug dealer. Like that's look, they moved 130 tons of cocaine and heroin.
Damn.
For their organization. So if you look, when you say that, I was like, man, you were selling drugs. I was doing something different. When we start talking about that, I don't know what the fuck I was doing. When you look at it like that, you go, wait. Nah, because Charlamagne, that ground level stuff that we was involved in these environments, in the neighborhoods, in that level, the first time that they asked for some work from them, they had a sale for 3 and they gave them 5. So you could have caught, you would have got life. Your first transaction, you would have got life.
Damn.
You got caught 5 kilos. So they pretty much, their life was on the line the entire time.
Absolutely.
I was going to ask, with all the shows you got coming out, what made you want to go back on the road?
You know what? I said I would the first leg of this run, and then it's so much inquiries came in following that I said I'll go back. I'll go do that again. But and then I started calling the world tour, and I can't call the world tour unless I hit all the markets. So the third leg of this run will be in February. So I'll be back out in February, and then I can hit Africa and Australia and the Asian countries like Thailand, Taipei, Taiwan, Bangkok, China, things like that. And then because I haven't been back there since the first anger management run. You know what I mean? So
is there a documentary coming with this tour, this world tour?
We've been filming the whole time. Yeah.
It only makes sense.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to know where you're going, Fifth. You left Starz. You left Starz high and dry.
Yeah, you know what? In between time, because I got 3 different offers I'm looking at now. But Charlamagne, I'm gonna tell you the difference is even my relationships at Lionsgate have been consistent. I sold the last thing that I pitched to them, I sold. So Starz picked it up. In that time period, like I got 4 new shows up.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, we got the property players with Envy and them. The Star.
Mm-hmm.
You know, his wife is the star of the show. He's just in it. Just in it. His wife is there. So when you see their counterparts, you understand how everything else works away from the entertainment, because that's the interesting parts of that show to me, and the kids, because they're like the royal family. You got like 5, you got a whole team and a cheerleader.
Yeah, that's why you know that's why Caesar got the BBL 3 years ago, because he knew.
Stop.
Eventually.
He got BBL?
No.
He ain't get no damn BBL, man. No.
He did though. Didn't he get it?
No, stop it.
No, he ain't get BBL, man. He lost some weight though. You know that.
But listen, that show's been in development for you guys for a while. So what was the first iteration, and how did that evolve for you guys to get that picked up?
Well, Property Players, that was we went through a bidding war for that show. Like it was multiple networks that were excited about it, and then of course, when you see the kind of draw that Envy has with even the car show, with the seminars about real estate and stuff like that, then it looks way more significant than a show that you just came with this concept and you got this person, a personality that's going to be on it. When they see it's already drawing that many people to it, and it's already so well established. Like we don't have to fake any properties. These are all properties that they actually own and they're in business with. Mm-hmm. So it's like the coolest way was figuring out the format for it to keep it entertaining, away from it being just a real estate show. It's going to have a show about their families while doing real estate.
Mm-hmm.
Dope.
So,
do you have an idea where you going?
No, you know what? It's getting good. It's getting really interesting because, look, Charlamagne, when you start to see, look, even I'm on on the board for the Motion Picture Television Fund. Mm-hmm. When I'm doing that, everybody, all of the heads of the studios are there. Charlamagne, it's the night before the Emmys party, and I get a chance to jump out on that and have fun. That's my party now. That's my you know how you Jay's brunch before the award. Yeah. Okay, so mine's is before the Emmys, so I'll do that there. And then that's so it's a lot of fun. Just I have relationships now with the heads of the studios and so many different networks that I familiarized myself with while coming with these different projects. And then the success rate is so high that it's the right way. I think one of the unwritten laws of power is to appear not to need anything. And because they know I don't need to sell the show, they see it the right way. And then they buy the show because the presentation is like, this is an opportunity for us to have a hit together, not, I don't need you to do this show. Like,
right.
You know, a lot of times when people are pitching themselves or pitching an idea, they, kind of, there's points of desperation where they're trying to sell you something, like trying to hustle you a little bit. So
Charlamagne, he's not telling you where he's going. That's his answer. He's not telling you where he's going.
All of that.
I will be back to tell you exactly what's happening. But I got multiple balls in there, and look, at the same time, I need those networks that think there's a strong possibility that I will to buy and move the projects that I have with them forward.
Okay.
Yeah,
and you have Hip Hop Homicides. That one sounds fascinating.
Yeah. So I don't want that one specifically, that's gonna hit home with us because it's just the culture. Even if you're not, when you report it, you kind of have information on people that you're not interested in. Like you don't particularly like that artist enough to follow that artist, but you still know we still culturally are aware of things happening with them. You know what I mean? And when you get into the homicide side of it, so many, you know how many? It's like 700 homicides connected to hip hop because the new artists that come, they're still in the street. It's the whole, what would have been street culture is now it's like the drill scene, drill music, all of that's happening. So many artists that get knocked off before they actually get to the point that they're really recognizable artists. We started with the artists that we TV picked, but I looked at it like it was a true crime show. So it was like, Charlamagne, if it was, when I'm watching First 48 or when I'm watching Forensic Files, I don't care who it is. I'm just looking at the details of the scenario and imagining like what happened. Like I'm trying to figure out what happened before they tell me.
Yeah, I think the thing that's going to fuck people up about hip-hop homicides when they see it, especially people that's not of the culture, I think they're going to be shocked that so many of these rappers talk about the shit that they that they're actually going through.
Look, I would say I try not to say nothing the DA might play in court.
That's right.
On 2003 in the records, right? And then when they go now, it's crazier because they almost say specific, they're talking about a crime that was committed in the music. Look, as much as you would say, no, this is art and you're not for them using lyrics against the people when they're in those situations, it's tough when it's blatantly said, this directly relates to this. You know what I'm saying? And then they gotta have better sense than that, man. You can't do that. You know what I mean?
I see Carisha to BMF now too.
Yeah, she's working on the BMF series, and then City Girls up like a month.
Did you do that just to fuck with Diddy?
No. That was ahead of the thing with Daphne or whatever like that. But Charlamagne, I ain't kissed in the mouth in 10 years, man. Somebody got to kiss her.
Yo, man.
That's a wild shit to say.
Yeah, that ain't like for real. Like it ain't one of those situations where how they have us in it, like they'll still go back to the baby mother and hang out with the baby mother and stuff like that. Nah, and that was not like a relationship then anyway. It was more like an arrangement. And look, Sai is my boy. I almost named him Champ because of me and Floyd's relationship. He kept asking me to come back to Vegas. And then he'll go bring Daphne. I'm like, why? He said, so we can leave her with Miss Jackson and we can go. Champ out 4 or 5 girls that is his girlfriends right there. You know what I'm saying? So he just needs a reason for them to be out of the way so we can go through everything else. And that kept her around consistent enough for that to happen, for us to have a little guy. But he's a blessing. Like I love him to death. And this is the only thing. Where do you leave the money?
Yeah. I saw you got this Saya Spirits.
Yeah, and I put even that company is for him to run later. To develop it and get it going, and then I'll go off to something else and do some other things. Oh yeah.
And you got to collab with the Texans and the Kings and the Rockets and the Astros. What they carry the liquor, they carry the brands.
And the Indiana Pacers today, it came out. Indiana Pacers with their official cognac and champagne.
Wow.
So I'm going, of course, that they're the Rockets, the Texans, the Astros, all of Houston. You know what I mean? Because I'm just got out there. I had to focus there right quick to get that together. And then I went to Sacramento Kings at the different spots. And then it's cool. We come around full circle. But, like when the league is very tough for you to meet what they feel like is sufficient standard-wise, the person. Now, if I was constantly putting out material and it was the old 50 Cent content, they would be afraid to do business with me on that level. And then, when they don't see that coming up as much and they just see it doesn't reinstate the crazy.
Yeah.
And
you got
with everything going on with Ye, do you think Ye's going to have a hard time dealing with business from now on, dealing with manufacturers, companies, and all that?
I think, yeah. Because look, when you personalize, when things hit people personally, they are affected by it personally. So they using their personal judgment with what they want to work, who they would want to work with, who not. And when you say things that it affects people in a different ways, Charlamagne. It's like when I tell, even when the boy, what's name came around, the 6ix9ine, I was saying, if you got a problem, have a problem with the person you have a problem with. Don't have a problem with all of Chicago.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? And then what he's saying is really broad. So you really don't know who you started beef with just now. Right. Like who really is affected by it and dislikes you for saying that and saying, I'm just tired of you being around here anyway.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what this 48 Laws of Power say. Don't offend the wrong person.
Yeah. And it don't take much. You know, people in positions that they can block what you got coming.
Now, one person that offended you was this whole penile enhancement situation.
Yeah.
So to be clear,
my whole track record, Angela, I've been working with this John for the whole time. I'm gonna say it was just a new one. They're gonna tell me it's the new one. Then, when she does that, you know what I'm saying? I'm saying, no, I'm gonna get her. I'm gonna get her. It's like the Tierra Marie thing, man. It's for you do that. It's not about money. It's about you making that mistake, blatant mistake.
Mm-hmm.
See what I'm saying? And there's other people that I'm sure that I'm not sure what they done, but I know Flo Rida didn't know he got a facial, bro. You see what I'm saying?
What?
You go to the spa, get a facial.
Oh yeah, okay.
Got a facial waiting, and they think that somehow that was compensation by them being able to utilize you however they feel.
Oh, got you. I get what you're saying. Got you.
Yeah, promote what comes. So you put penile enhancement. I'm gonna see you definitely. You need to kind of figure out when you can scratch that money together before everybody's in trouble.
Well, you saw Vivica Fox came to your defense.
Well, she wasn't lying. She wasn't lying.
But you know, it could be a win either way because now people know about this enhancement surgery they could do that they might not have known before, and so she could still.
They thinking that I'm directed them to do it. Like I've done it. That's wrong. Don't do that. That's wrong.
No, that made Charlamagne want to go because when we first saw and reported on
I just asked about the consultation. I'm not saying I want. Consultation.
You know how many guys were like, "Yo, I didn't even know you could do that," even though we know it's a lawsuit and you didn't get it done. The fact that it exists now, people know.
I never even heard anyone successfully doing that.
Oh.
I've heard of guys that had a lot of money, went and did that and died.
Oh wow!
Yeah, they tried to enhance himself in that way, and I'm like, damn. So you had everything else going, and you was trying to fix that, and fucked it all up.
Damn. You got the BMF doc coming this Sunday, October 23rd. That's gonna be on Starz. Like, why a doc now? Like, we didn't see the first season.
Yeah, the doc. You know, Charlamagne, that was shot where they could have put it in the 6-month gap that we had.
Yeah.
So, but they were timing for it to be seamless. So the docuseries will come on, and the night that the finale airs on that will be the night that BMF season 2 premieres.
Oh, so when the doc comes out this Saturday at midnight, season 2 starts.
Wow. Yeah, that's when it starts, and then when the finale shows up that evening, that the finale airs is the evening that the BMF scripted series premieres.
Wow.
You got so much going on. Raising Kanan is one of my favorite shows to watch right now. So I just want to say, the actor who plays like a young 50, he sounds like you for real.
He does. He slurs words. He does everything the way I'm like, look, he's where he worked on that, Angela. Like, because you don't really talk like that.
Oh, he does? Okay, because I was wondering. I was like, he really sound like Fifth?
No, he really did. He really pays attention to it. I was like, yo, I got to say, because he'll look at the interviews and hear where I say things a little different. Mm-hmm. And then he go, would you say this like this or like that? And like, I'm on set. And I'm like, yeah, you did it right the first time the way you did it.
You know what's
'Cause
great about all these shows? It really does elevate a lot of the people on them to a higher status. A lot of them have been in things, but maybe not had like a starring role. But I see like how much it's elevated people. Malcolm Mays, you know, he did an amazing job, and I know he's been in multiple things. But for this is a huge role.
It's standing out, and Malcolm was amazing in Southpaw. You know, and I worked with him in that film before we got him to come back. And then him and like Russell Hornsby was in Get Rich or Die Trying with me. I'm getting a chance to get the guys that I always like to work with and put them in projects that are really exciting projects to get them to the next level. And then when things, look, we've made the biggest live events connected to television programming. So it gives us an advantage. Like I do the premiere at Radio City Music Hall or at Madison Square Garden or like in Atlanta, we in the shed outdoors because of the COVID stuff. You know what I mean? But it's a big enough event that I can bring I can kind of use my juice card, like and have everybody come out and do a little something. Because the event is already sold out, everything's already set up. They just come rock, you know?
You know, Fifth, everybody wants to know, is there a possibility of you, you know, actually your son wants to sit down with you?
No, he doesn't. See, Charlamagne, you would call me. You don't call TMZ to say you want to sit down. Think about it, man. You know, you want some attention. You know? And it's okay, you can have as much of that as you want. You know, it's just like he's been trained to believe what you see him say in that interview, that what he was saying, he's been trained to believe that for a long time, bro. Like, you don't just wake up and say, oh, well, I don't believe what I've been believing forever. You know what I mean? Like when I said that he's entitled, really it's his mom's entitlement. It's been filtered. See, when I told you I was giving her $500,000 a year. They go through the paperwork, they say $500,000 a year. Well, at that point, she still was expecting more. This is why I took her to child support. You don't usually sign up for child support. Like I took myself to child support because she wasn't understanding that I'm already giving you more than you're supposed to get. Then when it turns into the $6,700, that's not enough, and it's never going to be enough. But remember me constantly coming to you and talking to you about she don't want to work, she need to get a job. She didn't hear me.
Yeah, you used to always say he's almost 18. The child support's gonna be up.
It's gonna be up soon, and you don't see it because that's not real to them. They just live in the moment, and it's fine. I'll take care of it on the next thing when it comes. The next check's coming in every month. Like I don't feel the pressure or resentment that men feel with child support because I take care of it when the problems happen. Meaning I took the money and moved it to an account that year. So on the books, that was an expense for that year. And then the next year, I didn't feel that financially anymore. And it was like they was receiving it every month, but I had already put that money so I already took the loss on that year. So later, if you're not having years that bring in the same kind of money, it may affect you more later. I mean, if your career slows down, if you're not, you know, like I just didn't want that to be an issue at any point, so I just took care of it like that. Saya is the situation when I have good communications with and for him, it's his aunt, really. His aunt's gonna make it easier for me because I don't really rock with his moms like that. So, but we have been able to share and raise it. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no real fighting there and stuff like that. And you go on outside of you would think that puppy situation, there's nothing else there. No problem. Yeah.
You know, most young men grow up and they realize that, you know, they was only getting one side of the story, usually from the mother. So then that's when they want to, you know, go talk to the pops and they like, damn, have that relationship.
It kind of happened in Raising Kanan.
Yeah, you know, Raising Kanan was really like him. This the kid has been sheltered and he looks and he's excited by Ghost. He's wearing the suit stuff and you don't really understand who Ghost is. You see what I'm saying? Like they didn't get into jail to make that, and he get his business back. It was just allowing him the opportunity to deal with that, so he would deserve everything that he did for him. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
In that character. But when you look at to this point where if you've mailed someone $1 million, right, and have zero respect for you, how much you think you got to give them before they have a little bit?
Damn.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
See what I'm saying? It's not gonna the relationship. I don't think that works.
Damn. So you would never be open to it?
No, I don't think the relationship works. I'm not. Look, for a long time, Charlamagne, I went running behind him. I went places that he went, and he left the place. You see what I'm saying? And then I went to even the text messages that was out. If y'all get a chance to look at them, that's me talking to his mother, because his mother's texting me through his phone. You see what I'm saying? So I said the thing that I said, knowing that this is her responding to me. And it looks a little rough for him, for what I'm saying to him, but it's the circumstances of, look, what's the penalty of you not following the order? All you do is go back to court.
Yeah.
She never got a job. What is the penalty? There's no penalty for her. They're going to tell me to pay my lawyer, to pay her lawyer.
That's real.
To pay for everything every time you go do it. And there's no penalty for her because she doesn't have anything outside of what they're saying is support for the child. So what do? They're not going to tell her to pay for anything. She just, the same energy you see there has been there the whole time. Look, you're talking about a kid that's not even a kid. He's 25 years old. Mm-hmm. You know what my issue was at 16? Angela, they wanted to charge me as an adult then. You see what I'm saying? So you look and you go, when you gonna figure it out?
Right.
They fronting like they act like they got money. You ain't got no money. Ain't no money there. The house that they stayed in Atlanta while they was out there foreclosed on them before they left, as the child support was in. Complete mismanage of the money that you was being sent. You see what I'm saying? And they'll look and keep making reference to that point that they have money. That was the point that you was around me. But they don't have nothing now. He was in Queens working in Vanity. He's the hookah boy. You see what I'm saying? So while he's there, go order a hookah, watermelon hookah, and you see him run, go get it.
Man, shut up, Fifth, man. By the way, Fifth, you are the person who said, have a baby by me, baby, be a millionaire. So that's your fault.
Yeah, this is after I got the numbers back. After they told me what was going to happen if you do. I said, what? That's crazy.
I know you got to go, but now you're on the road. You're performing a lot. New project, new music. What are we doing music-wise?
Yeah, you know what? I got some things that I'm going to put on the soundtrack.
Nice.
On the projects. And then, of course, even when they get a chance to see Poppy plays, I'm going to have something special for that, to have, opening sequences and stuff like that on the show. You got to make it the highest production value possible to make it feel good. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We appreciate you checking in.
And we waiting to hear that announcement to see where you going, man.
Yep.
Yeah, it's all love, man. It's gonna be good. You know that. I think you. Who's re-airing your podcast? Don't think I don't got my ears everywhere. I'm all in the street, Charlamagne. I'm on everything, bro. Don't think I'm not paying attention to everything. Like we gotta figure something out.
Definitely, I would love to. 100%. I tell people all the time, 50 one of the biggest people out here moving in television, and for whatever reason, it don't feel like Hollywood is giving you that recognition, but it's not too many people doing it like you doing it, black or white.
But then our culture, they'll see who's making things get done. You see what I'm saying? And then how it moves. And I don't need trophies, man. I got enough of them with the music. But really, it's just to get more done. Like when you say diversity, it is the key to real entertainment at this point, because it's been isolated to one thing for a long time, bro. And this is when you have the hits that were unexpected hits, like the Power series, and when they see the success of the Power universe and everything else, they go, yeah, it's there. Like I got 26 shows right now.
Damn.
Sheesh.
Damn. Yeah, that next deal gonna be like 11 figures.
They're gonna have to pay. I ain't going. I ain't even gonna do it. I'll be like this. No, I like it here. Nice and by myself, and then I'll build the studios and everything else. I'll start making them myself instead of giving them to them first.
Word.
All right. Well,
Appreciate you, Fifth.
yeah, when you're back in New York, you got to come up.
Definitely, I come up here bright and early.
Word.
50 Cent, it's the Breakfast Club.